Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back. Today's video is going to be a Q&A session about my time at GameStop. For those of you that don't know, I worked at GameStop as an assistant manager for 6 years, spent a total of 8 years with the company. So I thought that I'd give people the opportunity to ask a few questions and that I would answer them. First question: how much did the job hinge on how much you push pre-orders and use software? Used software, when it started out as EB Games, I came from EB Games before GameStop bought out EB. At EB Games, used and pre-owned software was the main focus because that's where you make most of your money. GameStop, with the pre-orders, it is a primary focus. There's a couple of main areas, but pre-orders is one of the huge ones. They have a percentage that you have to get. I'm not sure if I can disclose that or not. That might be in a non-disclosure claim. I'll have to check that out. But you do have to focus on pre-orders. Now, what's messed up about the pre-order system is they go based on the sheer number of pre-orders versus the actual amount picked up. So if you have a store that sells 1,000 pre-orders and they have one store pick it up, that's not going to be near the accomplishment of the store that has 10 pre-orders and 10 pickups. I don't really understand that, but that's just the way that they are. Another example is if you work in a store, let's say I was working in a store with Tom, okay? Somebody comes in and pre-orders 50 games off of me. And then they're thinking about it and they say, I really don't think that was a good idea. So they go to Tom and they cancel 50 pre-orders. Well, Tom is going to get fired because of his pre-order percentage. I'm going to get a raise and a promotion for my pre-order percentage, even though the store is at 0. So there's a lot of focus on pre-orders, or at least there used to be. I worked at GameStop up until right about two and a half years ago. But there's a ton of focus on it. It's a really busted system that doesn't make any sense. Question 2. When a game is coming out, how long before the release date does it actually arrive? This is a tricky question. A lot of people just assume, my cat's fighting in the background, a lot of people assume that GameStop has games for weeks on end. That is not true. If a game is street dated for a date, like if it comes out April the 1st, we may have it the day before if we're going to midnight and things of that nature. But a lot of the times, 100% honesty, the game doesn't arrive until shipments come in that day. Unless it's a huge release, your Maddens, your basketball games, your things of that nature, they'll come in a little bit early. But for the most part, those games actually arrive in store the day that they're supposed to release. All right, next question. Is there any wiggle room for price negotiations when selling games to the store at all? And how about when buying used games? This is another good question. A lot of people assume that we do. There is absolutely no haggle room at all. If a game is $54.99 used, it's $54.99 used. They actually send a report to our loss, or to their, not ours, I don't work there, but to the loss prevention thing that'll flag when prices have been decreased and things of that nature. I'm sure if they did it by $1, it may not do anything crazy, but GameStop monitors that stuff, and that is not something that there's any wiggle room on. Prices for trade-ins also, those are a set price, and you can override and adjust, but it's set. You're not supposed to mess with that stuff, and you can get in trouble for raising the prices of trade-ins that you're trading in. Next question, and this is a good one. Do you have Battletoads? Yes. Every GameStop has Battletoads. Please call your local GameStop and check to verify that Battletoads is in stock. Next question. Can I go dumpster diving and expect to find old games in the dumpster? You can. They just do not work. I actually had several questions about dumpster diving. GameStop doesn't like to give stuff away. That's just it. You can, if you would come in and ask for, like if I were to run a store, if you were to come in and ask me if I could donate something for a charity, I have to get that approved, not just through my district and regional manager, but it has to go to the higher ups. It has to be approved by upper management and things of that nature. As far as dumpster diving goes, everything that is thrown in there is 100% unusable, unless you have a manager that tells you anything differently, or at least that's how my district was run. Even I don't know if you know what I'm talking about or not, but a lot of times they'll penny out strategy guides. So they'll mark strategy guides down to a penny, but instead of allowing us to give those to customers as like, hey, you know, thanks for coming in. You've been coming in for X amount of years. You're a great customer. Here, have a reward. We're actually supposed to rip those guides up and throw them in the dumpster, so there's no use for it. Controllers, same way. If a controller is broken or anything of that nature, they don't even want to put it in to where it's salvageable. We have to cut the cord and things of that nature. So no, dumpster diving, you can. I guess you may find something in there, but odds are you're not going to. Next question. How did you look at customers with a straight face when you offered them such a lowball credit or cash on a game that they just bought about a week or two before for $60? This is something that I actually, after working for GameStop, I fully side with them on. And the reason is when you have as many stores as they do and you collect the volume of trade that they do, you've got to look for the future. For example, if 100 people trade in Call of Duty that just came out and GameStop gave $50 a piece, well, that game is going to drop in price over the course of the next few weeks, few months, or whatever, which is then going to turn, they've put $50 in it and now they're selling it for $50, which is making no money. They give lower amounts, especially on those high volume trades, because I can tell you this firsthand. When I left GameStop, it was the third Call of Duty back. We still had a lot. I don't know if I can give out that exact number just based on safety to stores or whatever kind of nonsense they want to say, but there was still a ton, and there was still a ton from release day. So we were selling those for $7.99 at the time, and we had given $20 for a lot of those. So I know it sucks. Honestly, your best route is selling it to someone else, but you've got to think too, if that's just one store, how many thousands of stores have that many? And it's honestly bigger games like that and things of that nature, just it causes the company to actually lose a lot of money. So, alright guys, and that's it for this question and answers. If you have any more questions about GameStop or anything in general, just leave it in the comments below. I will be doing a part 2 to this series. I've got a few more questions that I haven't got to yet, so just leave that below and I will add them to the list and I will get to those as soon as possible. If you like this video, leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And until next time, have a good one.